Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me hi. Tangi tau for me.
Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singatoka love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva.
It's hot.
Mirchi FM, bon julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
In this bulletin, Fiji First Party to kick off elections campaign tomorrow. Political parties take to social media to lift campaigning efforts. And the National Federation Party confirms 30 candidates to contest in elections. Good evening and welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. The Fiji First Party will start its election campaign tomorrow, led by its leader Vorenge Frank Bainimarama. Bainimarama and other party members will go around the country to speak about the party's values and how the party can make a difference. Eleanor Turangaivu reports.
The Fiji First Party will start its campaign in the Central Division tomorrow evening.
We'll be going to Nakai Kongo Primary School in Kornubia on Monday, and then on Wednesday he is at Nakorovo village in Rewa, and then the next day he is at Davui Level Primary School, where the Prime Minister will be there speaking, and of course there'll be other members of his team that will accompany him, and then we've got other teams that will be going out to different areas.
Party General Secretary Ayaz Said Kayum says they have gathered huge support despite being a newly registered party.
We've received very positive feedback, and I think this is perhaps why you'll see some of the other political parties making some very ridiculous statements. As we said earlier on to one of your colleagues, that they are making a lot of statements which are really not focused on the issues. They're trying to create a sideshow. We are focused on the facts. We are focused on the future. We are focused on what the Bainimarama government has done, and indeed what it can deliver through an elected parliament.
The Fiji First Party is also taking to social media to elevate their campaigning.
We also have Facebook, we have Twitter, like all the other political parties have got. But we have obviously started later than all of the others have. So our likes may not be as much as some of the others, but I think if you look at the percentage of engagement through our social media is quite high. We're probably one of the highest in terms of the level of engagement, and I think that's what really matters.
The party is expected to announce its candidates that will contest the elections in the near future. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
The use of social media is playing a vital role for political parties in their elections campaign. Vasita Kote Wasawasa reports the medium is being used by the political parties to increase citizen participation.
All 5 registered political parties have taken to social media to broaden their network of supporters. The country's oldest political party says interaction on social media is a lot faster.
A lot of the face-to-face interaction is still important, but the beauty about social media is that you can reach more people faster. But it's not just a one-way discussion. You have to actually interact and engage with the people and have a conversation and hopefully build up a relationship so that they can listen to what you got to say and do something about it.
The Fiji First Party has just started using social media, and it believes that whatever information is provided is factual.
I think all Facebook users and other users of social media should really lift up the game, because we are talking about the future of Fiji. So let's contest the elections, let's spread information on the basis of facts, not conjecture, not what you may have dreamt up last night. Let's base it on facts, and I think that's when it becomes a lot more powerful.
For the other 3 political parties, the People's Democratic Party, SODELPA and the Fiji Labour Party, social media is being used as a platform to gauge what people think.
We do get to interact with people, we get views, some of them very good, some of them negative, but it is helpful, it gives us an overview of how people are thinking.
It is quite interesting to see that the media or the social media is actually a two-way forum whereby it is not only us showcasing or advertising our various views and issues, but also it's being initiated from the actual, individuals, the public, the social media followers themselves. And so it has basically allowed us to interact.
I think it is very, very important indeed, because the feedback that we have received is not only positive, but constructive as well. There is no doubt that some of our supporters, they also do criticize some of the viewpoints that we expressed, and we take our cue from that to try and improve it or better.
The political parties are using feedbacks they get on social media pages to improve their policies and especially help them in their campaigning as Fiji gets closer to elections. Wasita Kotumwasa, FBC News.
The National Federation Party now has 30 candidates to contest the September 17 elections under their banner. The party announced 3 more candidates at its meeting in Lovu, Lautoka today. The 3 new candidates are Lautoka businessman Rakesh Kumar, retired school principal of Singatoka Satyanand, and former Sugarcane Growers Council Chief Executive Jagannath Sami. Satyanand, who is a full-time farmer, says he has always been a party supporter.
The policies well matches with my thinking. The policies of National Federation Party well goes with my style of thinking.
The party is expected to make further announcements in Suva tomorrow. Fiji's Councillor to China, Naomi Leweni, has taken up his appointment as the Consul General to Shanghai. Joining Leweni is his deputy Mukhtar Khan, who will be responsible for the promotion of trade relations. Leweni has been working at Fiji's embassy to China for over 3 years. The Consulate General Office in Shanghai will offer a range of services, including the promotion of tourism, business investments, education and cultural exchanges, and the usual consular services for Fijians there. Still to come on FBC News, cane farmer to head to Canada for 2 years.
Gold FM is #1 here in Singatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about bottled cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back to FBC News. Contractors hired by the government to maintain cane access roads in Vanuatu recently had a chance to air their grievances. The 11 contractors who have been upgrading the roads met with the Cane Access Roads Committee and outlined the reasons behind the delay in their work. Ritika Pratap reports.
Road contractors in the Northern Division have raised concerns at the delay in issuing a gravel license by the Lands Ministry.
This is our major concern, why we are not, other contractors are not successful in making up the road just because of the cane access roads, because of the gravel license not issued on time. Most of them got EIA report, but the lands are not doing their work on time. That's why we have been lagged behind in fixing up the road.
The Cane Access Roads Committee members say they will now work on the concerns raised.
Not been issued with the license, so that is something that we will take up with the authorities concerned, and some of them have been given assurance that the license will be with them within a week or so.
I think the second major concern is the delay in the ministry and the industry in giving them the purchase orders, because I thought they need time to mobilize the equipment, and that is part of the reason why we've decided to meet early next year, about March or April, so that we can organize this before the staff crash next year.
Under the first phase, purchase order was given to maintain 351 roads, while the second phase will include 666 roads. There are a total of 1,067 cane access roads for the Lambasa mill.
The roadworks is progressing in all the sectors. We have 10 sectors in Lambasa Mill area. Some of the area of concern is Daku sector, which is furthest away from the mill, and also Natua, Bulivau and Solove sectors in Senganga district, where growers, some of the growers have not started work due to poor road conditions.
Chetty says after the meeting, some of the road contractors have been mobilized to priority areas. The government has set aside close to $2 million in this year's budget for the cane access roads, out of which $641 is allocated for the Lambasa Mill area. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
A cane farmer from Lambasa, Rusiate Wanga, has become one of the individuals benefiting from the Foreign Employment Service, or FORES, since its establishment last year. Wanga will soon travel to Canada to learn and work in the agriculture sector as a swine technician. Alan Stoltz has the details.
Rusiate Wanga will be working at High Life, a modern pork processing facility in Nipawa, west of Manitoba, Canada. Wanga, a cane farmer in Lambasa, says this is an opportunity he is very thankful for.
We were informed by the officers from the High Life Limited in Canada that our application for work permit to the Canadian Immigration Department should have taken 3 to 4 months to be processed, but it only took 2 weeks, and they specifically mentioned that this is what was only possible by the assistance of the Ministry of Labour staff.
Wanga first registered with the National Employment Centre, and it was through this that he was able to access the Foreign Employment Scheme.
In this way, our unemployed population and job seekers are provided the opportunity to be trained, to build their capacities, to realize their potential, and to be empowered to make a difference in their life and to the life of others, and to contribute to the creation of wealth of our country.
Wanga has signed a 2-year contract with the company, and 4 other people left Fiji last week under the same program.
Now I want to encourage the youth of Fiji that forests have been launched today. So take the opportunity to come and register. And it's starting. Who knows, you'll be the lucky one to be on the next flight to Canada or Australia or New Zealand.
Wanga has his work permits and travel documents all in order, and he is expected to fly out of the country to Canada at the end of the month. Ellen Stolz, FBC News.
Children from Dilkusha Children's Home were hosted to a dinner at Tapu Food Court and some fun to celebrate Tapu's 74th birthday. Tapu family member Jyoti Tapu says the charity event is the first of many to come. She says they have heard the needs of a few charities and will do the best they can to help them out.
There will be other charity events, but today we are concentrating on the Dilkusha Home Kids. There will be other events. This will go on for whole of July, good part of August as well.
There are a total of 26 children currently at Dilkusha Children's Home in Nosori. In tonight's Successful Fijian segment, we will be talking to the owner of the Albert Park kiosk behind the government buildings in Suva. Rashika Kumar takes a look at how the business has fared over the years.
Kumar's enterprise started operating over 20 years ago and is today one of the most common eateries in the capital city. Shamit Kumar takes care of the successful business after his late father, who started the enterprise, passed away. According to Kumar, his employees are the most important asset of the business.
The employees are very important to this kind of work. You need very hard-working employees that can produce results. And you don't need any lazy employees that just move their weight around. So you need work done quickly and very fast and efficiently. So selection of employees is very important in this work.
The small restaurant specializes in common Indian dishes ranging from snacks to curries and puri. With his employees all females, work starts at 6 in the morning given the amount of cooking that has to be done. Kumar says it is not a conscious decision to employ all females, however they get the job done faster.
Work gets done much easily when females are around. And there isn't much tension, so work is divided equally.
Given that the small restaurant is a family business, everyone in the family shares the responsibility in its upkeeping.
It's everyone's equal responsibility. So whenever someone is free, it comes down to the shop and then help out with the chores and looking after the shop. And the maintenance, the painting and all those small minor requirements.
Kumar's enterprise also diversified into catering business. In a week, the restaurant gets almost 30 orders.
They mainly take orders for lunch or morning tea, and on special occasions like we've got religious functions coming up, and then they order snacks for their celebrations, and there are different types of order come in due to the occasion and the timing of the year.
Kumar's enterprises in the future hope to have a bigger space. They are in talks with the Silver City Council for the expansion of the current restaurant site. Rashika Kumar, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC Sports, Flying Fijians coach to develop level of fitness for players. And Vodafone Fiji Under-20 football team honoured for achievement.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me hi. Tangi tau for me.
Mirchi FM is hot. Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva.
It's hot.
Mirchi FM, bo julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading FBC Sports tonight, Flying Fijians head coach John McKee is aiming to develop the fitness level of the national side. Josephine Navula reports McKee is eager to work more closely with local players in gearing up for the World Cup next year.
After defeating the Cook Islands in the World Cup qualifying match last week, Flying Fijians head coach John McKee says our local players need improvement.
What I'd like to see is local players playing a more up-tempo game. I think the game is very stop-start, and so they don't develop their fitness enough, because to step up to the next level, we need our fitness levels much higher than they are currently.
McKee says he is satisfied with the current squad.
I want to try to keep the core of the squad we've had here in June, and that'll be the basis of our squad through to next year. I don't want to make too many changes. There were probably 3 or 4 players who weren't here because of injury that they could well come back into contention depending on form as their season starts.
The head coach says so far he is happy with the players' performance.
I was very happy with the progress of the team through June. I thought we really developed our game. There were some setbacks, particularly against Samoa, when we didn't stick to our game plan, but we learned some important lessons. Going forward, we know the skills and areas we need to work on, and we need to build on our game that we've started to develop and continue that.
Fiji will take on the hosts England in their first pool match at the Rugby World Cup next year. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
Fiji Football Association last night held a gala dinner to celebrate the achievement of the Vodafone Fiji Under-20 team. The side created history by becoming the first Fijian team to qualify for an age group World Cup after winning the OFC Under-20 Championship in Suva in May. Josephine Navula once again with the details.
Members and families of the Fiji Football Association gathered in numbers to commemorate the momentous occasion. Fiji FA President Rajesh Patel says the efforts made by the players deserve such celebration.
It's never been achieved in 76-year history, so it's a special occasion, it's a very wonderful occasion, and we have to reward the people who deserve for it.
Patel says he will try and continue to provide the best for his players.
Try our best under my leadership. We will make sure that most of the things will come from the sponsors, so Fiji FA's coffers can be spent on the tours that we have promised the boys. So that is where we are concentrating.
Proud man Fiji Under-20 coach Ravinesh Kumar says they are taking things slowly while preparing for the World Cup.
We have just started to walk along, and our preparations will be such that we will be trying to do our best at the World Cup stages next year.
The players and officials have been rewarded with a total of $65,000 and other prizes from the Fiji Football Association. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
And the Fiji national under-20 footballer Nikhil Chand considers himself fortunate to be in the squad for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Originally of Nambilu in Tailevu, Chand was backed by his family during the Fiji Football Association celebration last night, where the heroes were honoured. The family's support has been the pillar of strength for the 18-year-old.
It was because it was the first time for me to play in a really best lineup. So they came support me. My family really supported me, and they helped me a lot through it.
His family describes the moment as one of the proudest and thanks the nation in believing in their son's talent.
We know he will do something for us, for Fiji team. We were so proud of him, but when he was small, we also supported him everywhere he go for playing soccer. We used to go with him, we used to support him, and we are very thankful to Ravinesh Kumar and all Fiji officials.
Chand is looking to play his trade overseas. In the lone Fiji Suns skipper Tuna National Football League Super Premium match today, Lautoka and Nandronga played to a 0-0 draw at Churchill Park in Lautoka. Meanwhile, in the Premier Division, Lami thumped Northland 4-1, Vatukola reigned supreme over Tavua with a 2-1 win, and Tailevu Neta Siri defeated Nasinu 2-0. The matches in the Vanuatu Premier Division zone, Senganga and Raketi played to a 1-1 draw, while Nandongo defeated Taviuni 2-1, and Savusavu beat Bua by the same margin. Fine weather prevailed over the country today. A trough lies slow moving over Solomons and extends eastwards over Rotuma and Samoa. Meanwhile, an easterly wind flow prevails over rest of the southwest Pacific countries. Lambasa was a high of 32 degrees today on our temperature chart. Bar recorded 30 degrees and Suva recorded the lowest with 26 degrees. Expect some weather in the Western Division. Suva and Lambasa should expect cloudy periods, while Savusavu will have showers. As for the further outlook, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas, moderate southwesterly swells. And just a quick highlight of our news tonight: Fiji First Party to kick off elections campaign tomorrow. Political parties take to social media to lift campaigning efforts, and the National Federation Party confirms 30 candidates to contest in elections. Now to the poll question: should there be more policing of nightclubs? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all from me and the crew tonight. I'll be back on Saturday. Until then, keep safe and have a productive week.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about Vatukola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.